Hey, welcome everybody to our 5-day Crocktober challenge, and we're excited to have you be part of this with us. My name is Dan Bukmarovich,
And I'm Lisa.
and we are very excited to go through some great recipes that I think will be helpful for you, to feed your family well, to keep it clean, and to keep it easy, because that's the big thing is so many busy families do have a hard time eating healthy because they think it's too complex. But we want to simplify that for you and make it easy for you so you can get some good meals to feed your family. So, what do we have first for day one today?
The all-time easiest recipe. It's so insanely easy, and the nice thing about this is you can make it and you can leave it in your fridge all week long, as you know, because Dan eats chili every other day. We say keep it boring, right?
Yes.
Just keep eating the same thing when you know something works. And so this recipe will make a lot of servings, I guess depending on how much you like to eat. It gets better as it sits in the fridge, in my opinion.
Oh, great. And I think, especially, so you mentioned the eating boring, so the idea is that if you have that consistent set of meals that you can kind of go to, and changing them up, obviously that's what we're trying to do here, is give you some new ideas. But then when you've got those healthy and go-to recipes, then you're not like, oh my gosh, what are we going to eat?
Takes the stress out of it. Once you've decided, these are my 15 recipes, and I'm just going to keep eating them.
So let's get going. What do we do to get things started, and what kind of things? There was one, like especially with this recipe, there was one little prep thing, right, that had
So I've talked about it before in my Crockpot food prep tips. I get a big bunch of ground turkey from Costco. I think it's maybe 10 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds. And I do it in my crock pot. I cut up an onion, I throw that in with all of the turkey, and then I do it on high for 3 or 4 hours. And it's usually while I'm working in the kitchen and doing something else. And so every hour or so I go over and I make sure it's nice and chopped up. So if you look at this, my hands are clean, you can see that it's a nice texture. It's not just one giant mass of meat. You do have to kind of monkey with it a little bit. But then I take pound portions and I freeze them. And so when I want to make my turkey, or my chili, I want to make tacos, anything with ground turkey, we make a really amazing mushroom lettuce wrap with ground turkey. We have it already. It's brown. It's ready to go.
Yeah, good go. And so that one extra step in doing that all together actually saves you so many hours worth. Now you certainly can. So you certainly can brown some stuff ahead of time and make it just for the one serving deal. But if you consider that and get enough of your ground turkey set, and like she said, freeze it, then you're in better shape, and then you're prepared for your meals. Okay, so based on that, now what do we do for our
this is a dump.
So this is our, what would we call this? Our healthy turkey chili.
Yep.
Turkey chili that we do literally all year long.
Every single week.
Yeah, almost every single week.
Sometimes our kids eat it. Sometimes we put it over noodles. Sometimes they don't eat it because he's eating it all.
Yeah, and I do it. Honestly, I do it sometimes over some extra if I need extra carb for some brown rice. I'll even put it over that. Yeah. So let's go.
Okay, this is all it is. I have a pound of ground turkey, and I did, like I said, there is cooked onion in there. So if you need to do that separate, I would say cut up about a half an onion, I guess, and saute it. But it's all in there. It's ready to go. This is about a cup of frozen corn. I probably need to use my... That adds some really nice sweetness and color, if that's what you're into.
Yeah, I love it.
And here's the easiest part. It's just can. And hopefully you don't have a problem with cans. This is diced tomatoes. They're fire roasted. You can see there's like little flecks of black in there. And people know how I feel about roasted stuff after last week's soup. So we're dumping. This is chili beans. And this is from Aldi. This kind of bean, you don't want to drain it because all the flavor is in the sauce. Yep. So that goes in. Doesn't have meat in it or anything.
Important note on that, guys. Don't drain your chili beans.
Do drain your black beans and rinse them a little bit if you can. Just run a little water over there.
Otherwise, this ends up being really, really watery.
Yeah, you don't want that. You could eventually take it off if you let it cook long enough. Right. These are some organic black beans we've started buying from Costco. Same with the paste, that's organic. And then these are red kidney beans.
And you can go organic in all of this stuff, absolutely, guys. So that the more you do organic, the better off you're going to be.
Almost all of Costco's canned goods are starting to be organic.
Yep.
And it is insanely cheap.
Yep, and then
Really
and
good.
Aldi's moving more and more towards
Yep.
that as well. Those are our two favorite places really to shop, where we probably do about 95% of our shopping.
Organic tomato paste from Costco. I used to put in like tomato sauce, or try different kinds of tomato based stuff, and I found that the paste is the best tomato punch that you can put in. It's nice and heavy on that tomato flavor, really rich. So get out all that I can. Okay, and I'm just going to stir that up a little bit, and it fills this up. What, 2/3? You think?
I think this is about a 3-quart, or is this a 5-quart? I forget what
I
our
do
size
not know.
is.
And I've had this Crockpot for a really long time.
That's a pretty decent
No
size. You
idea.
can tell by the size. It's an average, probably an average Crockpot.
Okay, so here's my taco seasoning, and I make it myself. I'm not going to give all the ingredients, but it's so much easier than buying a packet of powder stuff. It's just so much easier.
Well,
so check out the recipe.
Yeah,
Dan will
we'll
probably
post
link
it. It's actually going to be in the description of the notes of this as well. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a couple teaspoons in. If anybody watches the show before, I do not measure. I do everything to taste. But for you, I will do it. And I'm gonna say probably 2 teaspoons of my taco seasoning. If you're doing a packet, and do it if you want to, just probably put in the whole packet. But I taste it probably about halfway through when it's cooking, and then I just adjust it. If I want it spicier, add a little more chili powder. And then here's my secret ingredient for Dan, which is completely optional. This is molasses. I always have molasses in my house. I don't know anybody else who keeps molasses in their house all the time. But this adds a really nice depth of flavor. So I usually put maybe about a teaspoon of molasses. Honestly, I just squirt it in there. About like that. Dan likes sweet chili. And so do our kids now that,
We are more of the sweet chili fans
Yeah.
rather than the spicy. And so you can leave it out. And then, again, so the whole taste side of this, too, when it comes to the flavorings and seasonings, it's really to
Whatever
taste.
you
So it's
like.
Tabasco, it's cumin, it's all, it's chili, more chili powder, more, however you want that taste, and you can adjust it, I would imagine, of course.
And now we just let it cook for 6 hours, 8 hours, however long you want. If you wanted to, right now, you could warm this up in the microwave. I don't think the flavors would have developed as much. Everything's cooked though.
Yep.
So you could eat it right away, but again, this is a slow cooker challenge. So I would let this go on low for about 8 hours, and then the kids would top it with cheese, but you don't top it
or
with
some
anything.
Greek yogurt too, that kind of a thing. Or some
They like it on noodles for Cincinnati style.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so today, and we wanted to make this as part of our little challenge here, with that your phrase that pays, or your is going to be just eat clean today, and that's really, this is a very clean recipe. It's going to help you avoid some of the toxins and a lot of the preservatives that happen in a lot of our food sources. So especially when you go, hey, like I'm going to go grab the Dinty Moore chili side of things, I'm not sure I trust that so much. So we're trying to keep it pretty clean on this, and it will be really helpful for you. So good stuff. We're looking forward to the rest of this challenge, and it's going to be a great week we'll have together.
I hope you try this, because it's really good. And then if you have a tip and you like it a different way, let us know. Maybe it's something new for us.
Yeah, and that'd be great. If you do have any tips that you found helpful with regards to chili recipes, we'd love to hear some of those in the comments as well. So you can put the phrase of pays, and then also, hey, I tried this, and what about this? Yeah, jalapenos or whatever. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, guys, thanks for listening, and we're looking forward to the next few days together. Try this, and let's do it. Thanks.
See ya.